How to quote dwelling fire policies through Texas Fair Plan. This is the Texas Fair Plan homepage. We need to log in and access the quoting database in order to do so. So let's go ahead and sign in. We'll log in. This prompt will always ask you to redirect. We just want to continue. If you notice, if you put your cursor over each tab, it pulls up different options. We are quoting fire dwelling, so we're just going to click under producers and click on begin quote. Once you do that, it'll ask you a few eligibility questions. We're always going to choose applicant does not have an existing policy, just for the sake of the fire dwelling quote. So we'll click continue. Here it asks us to choose a line of business. Since we're quoting fire dwelling or dwelling fire, we'll just click on that tab and click continue. Once you do that, it pulls up the data sheet and requests you to type in information. So we'll go ahead and type in information so we can quote this policy. And anything that you miss on here, it will prompt you to address once you try to click the continue button. So we want to go ahead and try to answer as many questions of this as we can. And if you missed something or forgot something, don't worry about it because it will definitely tell you that you cannot move on without addressing those issues. And all this information that I'm putting into these fields right now is actually going to be on your data summary screen, and you can see it. Everything will be there for you, so you just need to input the information. Once you have typed in everything, you'll just click continue at the bottom right-hand corner, and it'll take you to some eligibility questions. So since it's a fire dwelling, we need to state if it's a rental property, and if it's occupied or not occupied. Again, all this information will be in your data summary sheet that the consultant gives you. So you'll fill out all this to the best of your knowledge. And click continue. Once you do that, I'll tell you that you're at the general information screen. I'll ask you to verify the date that you want this quote to be effective, and then I'll ask you to fill in the rest of this information. And again, this information will be in your data summary screen that your consultant will give you. Then you just click continue once you fill that out. Once you do that, it'll take you to the next screen. This is called the property information screen. It asks you for details about the house, so we're just going to type that information in. And like I said, you just fill it out to the best of your knowledge. If you forgot something, then it'll prompt you to address it. And then you'll click continue. Once you do that, it'll take you to the coverage screen. If you notice there are a few fields that are pre-filled in for you, you don't have to worry about those so much. Just pay attention to what's listed on your data summary screen and fill it per that data summary screen. So then you'll choose how much coverage you want on there. And all this you don't need to worry too much about because it'll be listed on that sheet and you're just transferring the information over. And then you'll just click continue. If you notice when I click continue, it told me that there's a couple of errors, and it points out in a red arrow what I need to fix. So we'll go ahead and make those adjustments. And and then we'll click continue again and try it and see what kind of error it gives us there. Once we've completed everything and got rid of those errors, it'll take us to the summary screen, and you'll see that on the top left-hand corner. Here would be if you made a mistake or need to make any changes for each section, then you would do it here. If you notice applicant information, it gives you the option to change it. You can click on the change button and adjust the address or the name, whatever you made an error on. Same thing with the eligibility questions, the property details, and the coverages. You'll use the coverages tab for changing more than you would anything else, and it's because you'll be quoting different packages for different coverages. So for this example, we're just going to keep everything as is, and we're going to click on the button to continue so we can get a rate. This is the premium summary screen. It gives you the details of how much coverage we have and the premium policy amount, how much it costs for this policy. If we wanted to save this and attach it to Epic, we would just right-click, save as, or print, and you can do print preview, and then you'll quote it as with our quoting quotes. And if you give me just a minute, I can share this. Let's see here. Make sure it's shared. Okay, so this would be our print screen, and then we could just file, save as, and then we'll name the file as QT for quote, dwelling fire, so DF dot, and then whatever package it's for, and then the company name, which would be Texas Fair Plan, so we would short that as TFPA. And if you needed to go back and change the quote to a different package plan, we'll just click on Change Quote and scroll down. And a lot of times when you change packages, they'll just be coverages amount. So you could click on the Change button, make those adjustments, click Continue, continue again, and save that quote and attach it to your Epic file under the quotes and name the file properly. And that is how you quote a dwelling fire through Texas Fair Plan website.